Did you know a simple 50 cent coin in bad condition could be worth millions of dollars? Today we reveal the most valuable and rare state coins that collectors are desperately searching for around the world. First up, the 50 cent 2002 with R mint mark in bad condition is a fascinating modern European coin that carries not only monetary value but also deep historical, numismatic, and cultural significance, especially when studied in detail as a circulated and worn specimen that has passed through many hands since the early years of the euro currency system. And to understand it properly, one must begin with the context of its origin, because this coin was introduced in 2002 when the euro became physical currency across many European countries, replacing national currencies like the Italian lira, and the R mint mark specifically identifies that the coin was produced at the Rome Mint in Italy, one of the official mints responsible for producing Italian euro coinage, and this particular 50-cent coin belongs to the first series of euro coins that were released for circulation, which already makes it historically important because it represents the beginning of a unified monetary system in Europe, and even in bad condition it still holds that historical identity embedded within its metal structure, and the coin itself is composed of an alloy known as Nordic gold, which despite its name contains no actual gold but is instead made of 89% copper, 5% aluminum, 5% zinc, and 1% tin, a carefully engineered composition designed to resist corrosion and maintain a golden appearance over time, although in real circulation conditions such as heavy usage, exposure to moisture, friction, and environmental pollutants, the coin's surface gradually loses its original luster and becomes dull, scratched, and sometimes even darkened, which is exactly what is meant by bad condition, in numismatic terms, where the coin may appear heavily worn, with softened edges, reduced design clarity, and sometimes significant loss of fine details, especially in high-relief areas of the design, and when observing the obverse side of the coin, which is common across all euro countries, one will see the map of Europe along with the denomination, 50 cent, surrounded by 12 stars representing unity and harmony among European Union member states. But in a badly circulated example from 2002, this map may appear flattened or partially faded due to constant friction in wallets, cash registers, vending machines, and human handling over many years, while the reverse side, which in Italy often includes national symbolism and mint markings, carries the R mark that indicates Rome, and this mint mark is small but important for collectors because it helps identify production origin and sometimes even slight variations in strike quality or mintage numbers, and when a coin like this enters circulation, especially in large quantities as happened in the early 2000s, it begins a long journey through everyday economic life, being used for small purchases such as groceries, transport, vending machines, parking meters, and countless other transactions, and over time each of these interactions contributes to the physical degradation of the coin. So a 2002 R 50-cent coin in bad condition might show deep scratches, edge nicks, smoothing of the reeded edge, discoloration ranging from brownish tones due to oxidation of copper content, or even uneven wear caused by repeated machine handling. And from a grading perspective, such a coin would typically fall into categories like good G or very good VG, where the design is still identifiable but lacks sharpness and fine detail. And although collectors generally prefer uncirculated or high-grade examples, bad condition coins still have value in certain contexts, particularly for beginner collectors, educational purposes, or completion of type sets where condition is less important than simply owning a representative example of each mint and year, and the market value of this coin in worn condition is usually close to its face value of 50 cents, though in some collector markets it may be sold for slightly more if part of a complete year set or if demand exists for Italian mint issues. but generally speaking it is not considered rare in circulated condition because millions of these coins were minted in 2002, making them widely available, yet rarity can become a factor if the coin exhibits unusual minting errors such as die cracks, off-center strikes, double strikes, or unusual metal defects, which are highly sought after by error coin collectors and can significantly increase value even if the coin is otherwise heavily worn. And from a historical perspective, this coin is part of one of the most important monetary transitions in modern history, as Europe moved from fragmented national currencies to a single unified currency system, and Italy itself transitioned from the lira to the euro, which was a major economic and psychological shift for citizens, and coins like the 2002 50-cent R became everyday tools of this transformation, circulating through millions of hands during the early adoption phase of the euro, and therefore even a badly worn example represents a physical witness to this major financial evolution, and collectors often appreciate such coins not only for their monetary worth but for their storytelling value, because every scratch and mark can be seen as evidence of its journey through real economic life, and in numismatic study, even damaged or heavily circulated coins are valuable for understanding wear patterns, metal durability, minting techniques, and circulation behavior, and the Nordic gold alloy itself is particularly interesting because it was specifically chosen to resist counterfeiting and maintain a consistent appearance across decades, yet despite its durability, constant friction eventually erases fine details such as facial reliefs, map contours, and micro-lettering, and this gradual erosion is what gives a bad condition coin its distinctive worn appearance, sometimes making it difficult for inexperienced collectors to identify the exact year or mint mark without close inspection. And in terms of preservation, such coins are often cleaned or polished by owners, but improper cleaning can further damage the surface by creating micro-abrasions that reduce collector value even more, which is why professional numismatists usually recommend leaving coins in their natural circulated state, especially if they are already in low-grade condition, and when comparing a 2002 R 50-cent coin in bad condition to one in uncirculated condition, the difference is dramatic. The uncirculated version shows sharp detail, bright luster, and crisp edges, while the worn version appears dull, flattened, and aged. Yet both remain identical in legal tender value, which is an important concept in modern currency systems where physical condition does not affect monetary denomination, and this equality of value despite physical degradation also highlights the democratic nature of coinage in everyday commerce, where a heavily worn coin and a shiny new coin both function equally in transactions, and this makes coins like the 2002 50-cent R an excellent example of how currency evolves physically while maintaining constant economic identity, and for collectors in regions like Europe, Asia, and even countries like Pakistan, such coins often enter local markets through tourism, imports, or online trade, where they may be sold individually or in bulk as part of euro coin collections, and even though their intrinsic material value is low compared to precious metal coins, their educational and historical appeal remains strong, especially for those studying European integration or modern numismatics, and ultimately the 50-euro-cent 2002 R in bad condition stands as a worn yet meaningful artifact of early euro circulation, representing not just a piece of metal but a long journey through economic history, daily human activity, and the evolving story of European unity, making it a modest yet symbolically rich object that continues to attract interest from collectors, historians, and coin enthusiasts around the world. Please like and subscribe to my channel.